Hey, so I know I sent you a really long text with all these exercises and everything, and you're probably just looking at overwhelmed. You're like, what do I even do with all this information? So I thought it'd be a lot easier if I just took a video of some like basic stuff, to show you. And I thought that would answer some of your questions a little better if you could actually see it. So first up, we have the shoulder press. So you're gonna get these guys on your shoulders here, and you don't want it like straight out, like parallel to your body. You want to like tilt it just inwards a little bit so it doesn't like put strain on your shoulders. And then you're just going to press, straight up like that. If you like, you can do them sitting, you can do them standing, you can do them like leaning against the back of a bench if you have a bench. Next up is the chest press. So this here is technically a floor press because you do it on the floor. You don't have that 4 range of motion when you go past here. But you would just have it, down here, press straight up. And you would still do that like tilted in motion a little bit. Like you don't want to like straight out like this. You want to tilt it inwards a bit like this and press up just like with the shoulder press. So another way you can do a chest press is on a bed, on the kitchen table, on the washer dryer, on the couch, whatever you have, where you can just be hanging your arm off the side. Now this one you have to do one arm at a time, but if you have it right here at your chest and you have it tilted inwards a little bit, you just press straight up. You can have that extra range of motion down here you wouldn't be getting on the floor. So next up we have rows. So when you stand up for it, you're going to be standing up, and you're going to, you don't want to think like you're going to lean forward or like this, whatever. You want to think you are setting your hips back. So you're setting these guys straight back and your torso just like, lines up with it. And you're just going to take that dumbbell and put it in your pocket like that. Like you're stealing it. Or if you like, you can turn your arm out this way too. Now from the front, your arm is going to stay pretty much straight like this. It's not like going out like this or anything like that, it's just straight back like that. If you like, you can also find something to grab onto, like this chair here. So just send the hips straight back, grab this. There you go, that is a little more stability for you, if that floats your boat. This is another one where the bed or on top of a bench or whatever is a good place to do it. You can be laying on your stomach, have your arm off to the side here, and then just roll it back up like this. And that's gonna engage your back a lot more than having it on, like, if you're standing or if it gets a chair, because that way you can't use like your legs, or any other part of your body really to leverage it up. Really all you can use is your shoulder and your back for that. So you're just gonna be laying here and just straight back up, try and put that guy in your pocket. Again, you're not gonna get it as close to your pocket just because of the positioning. So another good one is tricep kickback. So your tricep is this back part of your arm right here. So again, you're going to bend over, sending the hips back, and you're going to have this upper arm up here is going to be glued in place. You're not going to move this. You're just moving that lower part of your arm here like that. Especially at that like upper bit of the range of motion is where you're really going to feel it more. You're not really going to feel it so much down here, but just like if you go straight to extend it like that, you're going to feel it. And then next up is the bicep curl. Everybody knows this one. Just go like that. You can also do the hammer curl, which is like this, if you prefer that. Something I really like to do with bicep curls, I like to take them like this, keep this one held in place. You're gonna do 5 reps on this side. You're gonna hold that in place, do 5 reps over here, keep that there, and then you're gonna do 5 reps with both. After that, you're going to do the hammer curl with 5, switch it, do the hammer curl with 5, and then do it with 5 with both. That's really gonna get your arms burning. I love doing that one. So next up is Romanian deadlifts. This is for your hamstrings and somewhat the glutes. So on this one, the hinging backwards is super important. So you're gonna be standing here and you're going to hinge backwards. And a hinge is like the entire movement pretty much. You don't want to be feeling this in your back, you don't want to feel like you're bending over. A good way to think about it is like, imagine there's a door behind you, you're trying to close it with your butt, like close the car door like you're getting the groceries out, Another one I've heard, imagine there is a flashlight in your butt, in your butthole, you are trying to shine at the wall behind you. I know it works though, if you think about it. But also, something else important, you want to keep this weight real close to your body, because if it's like drifting far out here, you know, that's going to be losing like your upper body, and your lower back especially. So just keep this like really close to your body here. And just like that, pretty much. Next up is squats. So something I like doing better than like traditional squats, especially as a beginner, is sumo squats. So you're going to have your weight on the ground in front of you. You're gonna get your legs out wide however you like them, and then just whatever feels like comfortable, stable for you. And then you're gonna go down. You're gonna grab this weight with both hands and just pop straight up. You're just gonna go down like that. You can also use the kettlebell if you like. From the side. And from the side, it's gonna look like this. And this one, you also want to try and keep this weight like close to your body. You don't want it drifting all the way out here. Another one is calf raises. So I think the best way to do these at home is you have a wall here. You're gonna hold onto the wall for stability, so you're not just like, you know, wiggling all around. You're gonna get one leg off the ground, so all your weight can just go onto this leg. You know, grab an extra weight in your hand, and then just get straight up and down like that. Also, another way you can do these is in a chair. You know, just put this weight above your knee here, and then pop up and down like that. But this way, it does hit your calf at a different angle than that one does, so it's good to do a little bit of both. You just can't load as much weight onto this one as you can with that one, because you don't have your body weight, you know, to help you out. So another really good one here is, what are they? Is glute bridges. So you're gonna land flat on the ground. You're gonna have your feet about shoulder width apart, and then you're gonna put this on your hips here, and you're gonna go straight up. And you want to have your knees like pushing outwards as much as you can. I mean, not to like an insane degree or anything, but you know, you want to keep them pushed outwards so you can keep engaging the glute. Something else you can do, you can take one of these bands and put it around your knees like this. And that adds a whole lot to it too. Like resisting, like, you know, the band's trying to pull you inwards, but your knees are pushing outwards, that adds a lot more to it too. So we'll go like that. And you know, just going like that, I feel a lot more like engagement in there too. Now moving on to core movements, I think crunches are pretty good. You're probably familiar with those, but you know, just lay down, have your knees up, and then you want to think about like your core is kind of like pulling you like upwards, you know, like. Something like that. So another really good core exercise is suitcase carries. Just gonna have this weight next to your side here and just hold it right there and just like kind of walk around with it and stuff. And the whole point is you don't want your torso like leaning to one side or the other to like counterbalance it out. You just want to keep your core like tight. So it's like kind of resisting any of that movement. So it's good to have a mix of core exercises that are resisting the movement versus ones where, like crunches, where the movement is the whole thing, you know? So another honorable mention here is planks. So you can do those, you know, on your toes. You can have your arms like this, or you can have your arms down your forearms there. That works too. If that is too hard, you can do it off your knees as well. And then, you know, forearms works, up here works, whatever you like. But, so with push-ups, something you can do besides being on your knees, if you don't like that or it's too easy, you need something different, whatever, you can do your push-ups off of the chair like this. So that way it makes it a little bit easier to stand and push-up because your chest is higher than your feet. It would just go like that. Or if that's too hard too, you can also do it off of a wall. Or if that's too hard, you can also do it off of a wall here like this. You know, basically the higher your chest is above your feet, you know, the easier it is, or the higher your feet are above your chest, the harder it is, because this whole also works in reverse. If you want to make it harder, get your feet up on this chair, and go down like that. Or if you want to make it a lot harder, you can get your feet up on this wall, go like that. So I know I just threw like all these exercises at you. You're probably like, okay, but how do I do this? When do I do it? Whatever. What I recommend is doing like 4 exercises like at a time, and do them for like maybe 2 sets. So you do your reps, rest, do your reps again, and rest. And I would do like 8 to 12 reps. So what that means is you're gonna do your 8 with a weight that feels like challenging but doable for 8 reps, and as time goes on you're gonna add another rep here, another rep there, until you can get up to 12. And once you're up to 12 with a certain weight, you're probably strong enough to do 8 with the next weight up, if it's like, 5 pounds up or something. I mean, terms and conditions apply. It doesn't work for every single exercise, but generally it's how it'll go. So that there, when the weight or the reps keep increasing, that's called progressive overload, and that's how you get stronger. You're not going to get a whole lot stronger just lifting the same weight and the same reps over and over again. You always got to be adding something on there.